Jeff, your character, Teddy Saunders, is the director of NASA, and he bears a huge responsibility when Mark Watney is first presumed dead, and then turns out he's alive. How does Teddy balance his responsibilities to the agency with that of doing everything possible to bring Mark home?
Well, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't, and that's good writing, good storytelling. Do you risk 6 people to save one, or do you let one die and save those other 5 by not even making the attempt? Because the chances of them saving him are, less than 1% or something. So in the end, it's a difficult but easy decision. You let one go and you save the other 5. It's math. And, everybody around him is going, no, we can do it, especially Sean's character. So it's the movie's full of a lot of tough decisions. What would you do? How do we fix this? How do we save him? And that's, I think, one of the great things about the movie.
And Sean, like Jeff said, your character is the RH-3 flight director. And then what are the differences between him and his boss, Teddy, with his approach?
I guess that they come from different backgrounds, and they have different ways of working, different modus operandi. And I feel as though Mitch is more of a kind of union man, as it were, and whereas Jeff's more with the company. And I think that's, I think it's a battle of wits to some extent, but...
You've been there, though, too. You've been in space.
I've done that, I've been with these guys.
You wouldn't want to be left on Mars. And he's got this personal connection to it.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't,
Yes. And so we're kind of at loggerheads there. We can't, and I've no doubt we've probably not seen this in the film, but we've had that conversation before, and we know we don't agree. And he's my boss, and but I'm prepared to stand up and say we've got to get this man back. He symbolises life. What we're doing, we can't just leave him. What's that going to say to the public? And when the public find out, then it leaves you in a very difficult situation, isn't it? And Donald is the one who comes up with the solution. It's a lot incredibly.
It's a lot of people doing a lot of things that make sense for something that kind of doesn't make sense. Like saving him kind of is like, it is kind of, because like life doesn't really make sense to do that. Like the fact that he's like stirring poop and then takes like a potato and like makes food for himself, like that's crazy. Like put life there. Like, and I think that's kind of what the symbol of the movie is a little bit. It's like, it doesn't really make sense to save him, like it's like to save other people, like it really makes more sense to leave him, but like at the end of the day, like life in general is kind of crazy and like doesn't really make sense, so like we kind of have to save him.
What do you do with the poop?
He like stirred it like with water
and
then like that, and then
the fertilizer,
or use it as fertilizer.
That part. Boy, that's going to change, organic farming, don't you think?
Yeah, but it
across the country.
You can make your own soil.
Or nutrition in that.
This is for an organic network, right?
Yeah, that's what we were told.
That's what we were told.
I was trying to play to the audience.
Horticulture.
Donald, your character Rich is an orbital dynamicist at JPL. Can you explain in English what that means?
Yo, I keep getting this, man. It is a person who studies and also, I guess, I would say just studies the orbits of man-made objects in space. So like he's the one who's like, if we're gonna put a satellite up there, he's the one figuring out like, okay, how far out does it have to go before it gets dragged back to Earth, or like before gravity's gonna pull it somewhere else. So like he's just figuring that out. Yeah. That's the most in English I can probably.
That was pretty good.
That was not bad.
That was pretty good.
And did you speak to any orbital dynamicists at JPL to help prepare for the role?
No, I did not. I did not meet any of them. I went to Budapest, and Ridley was like, "Yeah, this is the type of guy you are, and this is what you're gonna do." I really do have to hand it to Ridley because like he's very. It's like playing in his imagination a lot most of the time, like, which is all you want to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Jeff, how does Teddy view the scientists and engineers working for him? Specifically, what does he make of Donald's character?
Well, his first impression is that he's a complete idiot who's wandering it off the street and that where's security. And then it could, the stapler bit that he does in explaining it in very basic terms of what he's come up with, this brilliant savant has come up with. Teddy's forced to go, can it work? And the people around him go, it just might. And that's pretty exciting. It's good storytelling, you know. It's kind of, now the audience is going, well, how is it going to work? So Teddy relies on all these people, but they're all pains in the butt. They really are. There's no budget. They all want what they want, but they want it now. It's like any business. Everybody wants everything they want, and Teddy's the guy that's got to say no. And including, do we save this guy or not? That's a tough decision.
And Sean, to what lengths will Mitch go to ensure that the rescue actually happens?
Well, he might lose his job, doesn't he? He's kind of puts his career at risk, and he's prepared to go to those lengths.
But he's playing golf at the end, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know. So
Are you
I never saw that. I was like, oh. No.
So did you research playing golf? Because a lot of us did research.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to research walking in a doorway at the end. I was like, oh, how do people do that? How does JBL do that? You know.
That's not that. Walking in doorways.
Well, thank you all.